It's a WFAN flashback.
This man,
you're right.
He's going to do
Joe.
kill us
I'm not
before
saying
the year's over.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
It's 4th down and 4 at the 19. Favre looking, fires down the field for Carr. Oh, incomplete! He had it! It was taken away at the last moment. Kelly Jennings knocked it out of his hand.
Call me a joker, call me a fool.
Favre firing, and it's picked off. That'll do it.
Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in-between.
Handing over center here in overtime. Hand off Jacobs. He runs left. Jacobs fights to the goal line. Jacobs twists and turns. No signal. Touchdown! And the Giants win in overtime, and they've got the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes.
It's Joe Benigno and Evan Roberts on The Fan.
Sports Radio 66, a fan. WFAN, New York.
10:05 on The Fan, and let's be honest, not such a good Monday morning. It's the midday show. Joe Benigno and Evan Roberts. 718-937-6666 is the phone number, carrying you right through to 1 o'clock. Mic'd up, Francesa on The Fan will come your way. Dov Kramer, Greg Goodgolly, Giannotti on the other side of the glass. And we heard the calls courtesy of CBS TV, Gus Johnson doing the honors. And, of course, the calls heard right here on The Fan last night, Bob Papa doing the honors. Billy Joel, sometimes I don't know why I go to extremes, but that's the story of the 2 New York football teams. The Giants, a thrilling overtime win over Carolina, 34-28. Refine their running game, refine their swagger, and they will host the playoffs throughout, home field advantage throughout in the NFC for the Giants. And then there's the Jets. What a disgrace. Bro, this coach has got to go. Enough. And I don't want to hear about any scenarios next week. Don't tell me that Buffalo's beating New England. Don't tell me that the Jaguars are going to beat the Baltimore Ravens. And don't tell me the Jets are going to beat the Dolphins. Why would I think that? In a huge game, I don't know if I've ever seen a worse coach football game than what Mangini gave you yesterday. This guy proved once and for all to me yesterday, and I've known it all year. You heard that little clip from after the Patriot game when they were 7-3.
You have, yes.
And I said this guy's going to do something to kill them before the year's over.
Indeed.
Well, he has done it. And the decisions that he made yesterday, a Pop Warner coach would know more football and would be a smarter football guy than this absolute buffoon idiot that has no business stepping foot again on the sidelines coaching his team. And that's him. And as far as the quarterback, goodbye. You're done. Stick a fork in him. Go back to Mississippi and go fishing with Mike Holmgren for the rest of your life. I've had enough with him, too. Get him out. I was wrong about I wanted him here. God knows I was wrong. Get him out. Like I said, go retire. Don't plan on any Jet fans showing up at Canton for your Hall of Fame induction, and get lost. Get out of town. I want a new coaching staff in here. I want to see them draft a quarterback in the first round. You know what? Maybe they get lucky. There's 2 teams that are going to be going to the playoffs this year with rookie quarterbacks and rookie coaches. And throw in this too, bro. 7 Pro Bowlers. What a disgrace. 7 Pro Bowlers, more than anybody in the league, for a team that's not going to go to the playoffs. Is that a disgrace or what? Eric, have another burger.
Joe, what I can't get over is, and I was preparing after we watched this debacle yesterday to actually tell you why, as bad of a job as Mangini has done, they should bring him back. I was prepared to do that. Even when he went for the field goal, first drive of the game, instead of going for it, I was still saying to myself, you know what? Bad call, but you're not getting rid of Eric Mangini. Even when there's a delay of game penalty and he doesn't have the guts to let Jay Feely, whose 45-yarder would have been good from 60,
easily,
instead he punts, I still said bad decision, but you know what? not the end of the world. But when you, on 4th and 2.5, 4th and 3, 4th and whatever you want to call it, when you go for it from your own 20 with 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, you deserve to lose your job. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it, Joe, because basic football 101 tells you you need to punt it away. So we can sit here. No, we can sit here and debate every other call. And you know what? It could go either way. There is no debate about that asinine call that we saw at the end of this game. And that's the move. That's the move that's going to cost this guy his job. That's it. And that was the moment, Joe, where I flipped and said, you can't bring this guy back. Because that is basic football knowledge. Extend the game. You go for it on 4th and 3, and yes, Lavernia should have made the play. I understand. Yes, it was a perfect throw by Brett. That's not the point. That was one of the stupidest play calling decisions I have ever seen. I cannot understand what is going through his mind other than he wasn't ready for the moment. He was not ready for the pressurized decision, which was a simple decision, and that's kick it away. We saw a head coach melt in the moment. That's what happened to Mangini on that call.
Absolutely. Bro, you're right across the board. You know, start with that first call, and that's the only real drive they had all day when they get down to the 2-yard line. And this guy, just like he did in the 49er game, and I knew that game was over, when he didn't go for the 4th and 2 from the 38 after the onside kick on the first series of the game, I knew they were losing when he went for the field goal there. I knew it. And then you compound it, as you mentioned, the field goal situation. How is it possible? It's unconscionable to me that they had a delayed game penalty on that field goal, bro. It is. I mean, and it was like 10 seconds later. It wasn't even like it was close.
Wasn't close.
They snapped it 10 seconds after the play clock read 0. And then he doesn't kick the field goal. Feely's all over him on the sideline. And then, that, as you said, with basically 4 timeouts left, not 3, 4, where the Jets could have conceivably got the ball back with a timeout left. It's possible.
Yes.
He goes for it.
Stupid.
From his own 20.
Could it be any dumber?
Oh, my
Could that?
God.
Because, Joe, once you don't get it, the game's over. You need to extend the game. That was weird.
How is it possible? Wow. How is this guy an NFL coach? Are you kidding me?
He's not going to be, Joe. This cost him his job.
He better not be.
This cost him
Mike
his job.
Tannenbaum better wake up and smell the coffee. Woody Johnson, while you're counting your PSL money, take a look at your coach, Woody. All right? Get the Q-tips out of your ears and take a look at the coach. He stinks. I thought Herman Edwards was bad.
Don't ever insult Herm Edwards.
I apologize.
Don't insult Herman comparing him to Eric Mangini.
I know you've lost 22 out of 24, Herman, but you know what? At least Herman's football team comes to play football.
Does Herm
At least they show up to play.
Does Herm have 7 Pro Bowlers? Because I don't think he does.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think he does. I don't think he has a Hall of Famer at quarterback either. Although right now, I'll tell you what, I'll take Tyler Thigpen over Favre.
At this point. Well, that interception he threw across the field was another typical horrific INT by Brett Favre. It's funny, Joe, we sat here on Friday, and you said this is the moment for Eric Mangini.
That's it. He's going to find out if he's a big-time head coach.
And I said this is the moment for Brett Favre. Well, guess what? Both of the guys we said needed to step up in this moment failed. They both failed.
Big time.
They both failed.
Big time.
Brett Favre failed. He was underthrowing everybody. He was right a week and a half ago when he said his arm strength isn't the same. And the coach wilted under the pressure. There's no other way to put it. He wilted under the pressure.
Big time.
I mean, Joe, that decision to go for it on 4th and 2, and I've heard people say it was 4th and 4, 4th and 2. I don't care what it is.
That doesn't
matter. For him to go for it on his own 20 is a decision I would make if I'm playing a video game.
Bro, and let me say this, too. And there's a lot of guys I want to get on, but I got to get on this guy, too, because I'm tired of here. All he does, and I'm talking about Coles, all he does is complain. He was crying because Pennington left. You know, he wasn't getting along with Favre. He wasn't getting the ball enough. All he does is cry, cry, cry. He wants more money. He wants this. He wants that. The Jets had to guarantee his contract. How about holding on to the freaking ball, Lavernius? That ball hit him right in the hands, bro. It wasn't even touched by the defensive back. How about holding on to it? How about that?
He should have made the play.
I'm tired of hearing about him, too. You know, he can go back wherever, Lavernius. Go back to the Redskins, because I've had it with him, too. I've had it with him, too. And all the stupidity, not just all the coaching decisions, the pass rush. Bro, 5 backups in the offensive line.
Unbelievable.
Walter Jones is nowhere to be found. They couldn't touch Seneca Wallace. Did one time, did they blitz, Ev?
No.
Did they blitz one
I
time?
didn't see one, no. I didn't see one.